place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay. I just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
The chores.
The stores.
Fresh air.
Times Square.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, city life.
Green acres, we are there.
You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. We're kind of have makeshift quarters here, Bob.
Well, you know, when life hands you lemons, you just make lemonade.
I thought it was peanut butter. Maybe not.
Or margaritas.
Or margaritas. Probably margaritas after tonight.
But, you know, we should work for NASA. What we have a table on a suitcase, standing on one leg.
Pointing to the sky.
That's right, yeah.
On a so far beautiful night, windy night here at Tommy Oliver Stadium. That is actually Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field at Tommy Oliver Stadium.
Exactly. Tommy Oliver, I believe, was a Civil War hero from the area who the stadium's named after. I believe that's what it is. Been here many, many times. Had torrential downpour and horrific, well, it was tropical storm weather. Let's call it what it is. We drove through.
And I didn't bring my body wash either.
Yeah. We drove through from Navarre to Santa Rosa Beach this morning. When we got to school about 7:15, it had let up enough for us to get out of the car. The weatherman says 30 to 40% chance. Hopefully we've already had our 30 to 40% chance. We do have a backup.
Hopefully we won't have to use it.
We'll have to take a long commercial.
Very, very. We're going to do one of these and just keep stretching. You know, like with the.
No, that's okay.
It's Gumby, darn it. You remember Gumby?
Well, you know, if we promise some of the Navar faithful that they might be able to get under, they probably could help us.
They probably could have. You got to make do with what you got to do. Here, we're at the top of Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field at Tommy Oliver Stadium. Seminole Bob, Irish Bill. On the chatter, you guys talk amongst yourselves tonight. I won't be able to respond due to our setup. I don't have the capability to reach over and respond to your comments. So talk amongst yourselves.
Well, and we need your feedback too. Raider Riley is not here. The Raider band is not here. His sister, I think, plays in the band. Raider Riley, I don't think, can drive by himself quite yet. So
only a
you've
sophomore.
got me. And hey, give us feedback. Give Bill feedback on the picture. We expect a big crowd tonight, viewing and listening.
It's Thursday night.
There.
Thursday night.
Tonight. Yep, 6:37 or
7 o'clock
like
Central.
Kickoff here in Panama City is 7 p.m. You don't get to Eastern time to just this side of Tallahassee, which, knock wood, as long as no deers or bears.
Oh, deer.
Or Mr. Cleans.
So if you're
jump out in front of our car, I'll be headed after work along with the bride and yes, young Anne Marie to
as you
meet
look,
Alyssa. We're going to go to Memphis State, or Memphis, I should
Memphis
say.
now.
I'm aging myself. Memphis at
no, Father Time took care of
Florida
that,
State.
Bob.
They were in the old Metro Conference in basketball and baseball. Listen, we had such a packed show last night, Bill.
It was great.
You know, there's no excuse. We're guilty. We did not recognize and remember Patriot Day.
Patriot Day. 9/11. We were going to bring that up on our show last night, but I was going to start out with the national anthem. We had a very busy show last night, so we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. 23 years ago yesterday, a tragic event to our country, one of the most tragic events to our country in a long time, maybe ever. Our nation was attacked. Our soil was attacked. And the way that we responded after 9/11, 9/12, I hope that someday we can get back to that, because everybody was a team. There was no bickering. There was no fighting. There was no pettiness going back and forth. We were a team. We were one country again. Let's get back to that, folks. And remember, always remember, those that lost their lives on that day, that tragic day of 9/11, 23 years ago. A lot of people get the daily reminder because their loved one's not there anymore.
And I believe the Navarre ROTC still does the ceremony out in front of the school. Well, they put that many flags of the deceased out in front of the school and have a reading of all the names. Governor DeSantis and the Florida legislature a couple years back had put it in where social studies programs in schools throughout Florida, it's mandatory that you talk about Patriot Day and remember. Because the further we get from it, Bill, I teach 12-year-olds, right? 11-year-olds and 13-year-olds. They weren't around. Their parents may have been just born. Their grandparents went through that. And so the more we learn from the past, certainly, and we remember those, the most the statistic that really hits home with me. There was a firehouse directly across the street from the Twin Towers. I don't remember which number it was. Every single firefighter, I believe, on that shift that day at that firehouse perished. So, yes, it was those who worked in the building, but also the first responders, the EMTs, firefighters, police officers, shore patrol, not only from New York City, but from Connecticut and New Jersey. So, Patriot Day.
Patriot Day.
Never forget.
Let's us never forget. 23 years ago, September 11th, 2001.
Military acknowledged today, or at least I saw, where the second in command under the Osama bin Laden is being sought out. So 23 years later, Bill, it's kept in our forefront, seeking justice. And as President Bush so eloquently said,
we ask that you draw your attention to the 50-yard line to welcome our Mosley Dolphinettes.
Those responsible for tearing down those towers did hear from did hear from us and the coalition forces.
That they did. Loud and proud we responded. We're about, let's say, about 20 minutes from kickoff here on this Thursday night. So far, my toes are crossed. My toes are crossed. My fingers are crossed. Mother Nature, please be kind to us tonight.
Well, you wore the Shamrocks. You got the Notre Dame hat. I don't know if that's going to bring you any luck. You got the Notre Dame socks. I'm at Florida. Well, I'll put my hat on. I'm incognito. But
between our two teams, we're 1-3.
There you go. You see it now. Sammy Seminole.
And once you log on to YouTube tonight, drop a message so that we know that you guys can see what's going on here at Mosley High. Let us know where you're at, who you are, so we can give you a shout out. The live chat is up and running. As of 6:30, we came online. We were having a little bit headphones issues between Bob and I, but we'll do our best to bring you the game tonight. I told him once I stop talking, you start talking.
I have another idea.
What's that?
If it starts raining, we lift up the table, right? Put the equipment on the bleacher and hold the table over our heads. What do you think?
It's worth a try.
Hey, they don't treat Brent Mushburger this way. Come on.
Hey, we got something else we want to talk about tonight. Unfortunately, last Friday night at Port St. Joe, a young man, a senior for the Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. We're going to pause for the cause and give a moment of silence to Chance Gaynor, a young man that passed away last Friday night in Port St. Joe as they were playing Liberty County at Liberty County last Friday night. Steve Williams checking in. Thanks, Steve. The color guard coming to midfield here. And we'll turn, well, we're not going to have a field mic tonight because of our situation. Things just a little bit different tonight. So I'll open up our mics. And hopefully you can hear the national anthem through our headphones.
We ask that you remain standing as we honor America. The colors tonight are presented by Mosley's JROTC, commanded by Master Sergeant Beth Piccolo and Master Sergeant Ken Hicks. The colors are commanded by Cadet Strain, Cadet Carlson, Cadet Lean, and commanded by Cadet Staff Sergeant Heffelfinger. The playing of the national anthem will be performed by the Mosley High School band, The Sound of the Southland. We ask that you remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance after the anthem is played.
Time for our national anthem as the color guard comes to midfield here at Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field here at Tommy Oliver Stadium on his Thursday night, September 12, 2024. We pause for our national anthem. Beautiful rendition of our national anthem by the Mosley Marching Band. We're on the visitors' side tonight.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice
windy night here at the stadium. Robert?
Little windy.
The officials for tonight's game from the Southeast Football Officials Association. The referee is Daryl Shines. The umpire, Vince Sass. The head linesman is Christopher Snowden. The line judge, Eric Mitchell. The field judge, Mike Patterson. The side judge, Eric Zimmerman. The back judge, Joey Powell. And the timekeeper, Eileen Gooden.
Derek and Julie Prevet checking in tonight. Thank you, Julie and Derek. Steve Williams out of Gulf Breeze checking in tonight as well. Our setup is a little bit different tonight. Normally we would have the legs out on our table and sitting underneath our table, but we are in the stands tonight, and our table is flat on the top row with my briefcase, my suitcase that I carry all of my equipment, holding up the front end of the table. And so Bob's sitting on the other side of the table, and I'm on the left side. And sometimes he can hear me, sometimes he can't. But we're going to do the best we can.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts.
Peter Mounds don't.
Mounds don't.
We're about 13 minutes from kickoff. We're going to go ahead and take commercial break, and we'll be back with action here momentarily after this commercial break.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Navar Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarfitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. A buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, 356, or call us at 850-396-0322.
All you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you. And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best. Marty! You're dead weight! Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus. Let's go sports bar!
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
The hustle isn't named after anyone, not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The hustle is real. The hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real.
go to www.hustlehardusa.com, and I can guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Welcome back to Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field here at Tommy Oliver Stadium. A beautiful windy night here in Panama City. Seminole Bob and Irish Bill here, and I see my good friend Paul Villanova heading up this way here momentarily. I'd like to go to our chat line right now. The Jordan family supporting Raiders, and Keegan Gilbert from Mont Bellevue, Texas. James Pritchett and Shelby checking in. Vinny T's #1 fans, and Paul Villanova's best friend. Is that true? And good luck tonight, Raiders, with George Schwartz checking in. Wish you were out here, George. I miss seeing you at the stadium. Hold on a second. Ooh, that's my only. I thought I had an extra one. And here comes your Navarre Raiders.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
I want to thank my good friend Robbie Shanks for putting some of these intros together for me. He's over in Hogtown now. That, if you don't know where Hogtown at, that is actually Gainesville, Florida. He's back over there working. And thank you, Ursula, for checking in. We are watching. Where are you watching from tonight, Ursula? Are you at home for a change? With this Seminole Bob with Irish Bill. Mosley, Navarre coming up. A series that Navarre leads 4-3. Navarre has won the last 2. The last time that Mosley won was 3 years ago in the Raiders' homecoming.
Good battles throughout the years between these two teams. You'll see one of the best quarterbacks in the Panhandle in Sammy Freitas. Seems like he's been here 10 years.
Got Patty and Lee checking in from Indiana.
He
watching
Navarre. Can sling the ball, certainly.
Navarre and number 54, A.J. Hopper. I am also from Indiana as well, small town Kendallville, Indiana, just north of Fort Wayne, Indiana. So thanks for checking in from the Hoosier State. Both teams have been to their sidelines. We are moments away here, actually seconds away from kickoff here at Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field at Tommy Oliver Stadium. It's IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live 944 on YouTube. Log in. Yeah, I just asked Paul, and he even agrees. So I guess it is true. He does have one friend. But Navarre will be kicking off to start this game. The Raiders will be coming. I get over here, and my directions are way off. Which direction are we going? North, south, east, west? I don't know. Checking in for senior Jacob Walsh to 73. Hit from his Mimi Sheila from Dallas. Go Raiders. Jack Byer getting ready to put toe on leather to get this game going. Windy night here. Byer puts toe on leather. It's going to be fielded at the 30. Nice coverage there by the Raiders. I thought that was a fair catch, but I guess it wasn't.
Received by Jack Altman. Dolphins will start at about the 39-yard line.
Lots of respect for the speed of Mosley. High pooch kick.
About an 8-yard return. Just underway here at Bennett C. Russell. Not Bennett Russell. I'm thinking next week when we host Milton. We are at Joe and Jeanette Field.
Bill,
Chapman
you're right.
Field.
East
West.
to west.
So the Raiders coming out of the west end. Mosley coming out of the east end. And we have Sammy Freitas, 7th-year senior. No, I'm just kidding. He's finally a senior. We've seen him the last 3 years. 1st and 10, Mosley. And a little bit. And before they even run their first play, they call timeout.
Okay. Haven't seen that too often.
Not too often at all.
We are not the only contest, Bill. And by the way, I can hear myself now.
Can you hear you? Can you hear me?
No.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Over in Pensacola, the Vikings, I believe, taking on Booker T. Washington in Washington, just around the corner from Sacred Heart Hospital, I do believe.
Six seconds off the clock here. 1st and 10, Mosley from their 39. It's going to be a quick hitter to the outside. Nice coverage over there by the Raiders secondary. Coming up for the tackle. Number 22. That would be Curtis Sanders.
You know, we talked to young men last night. Josh Wilson, Roman.
No gain on that.
Yeah. And the defensive players love this 4-2-5 defense.
2nd and 10. Hand off to Chisholm off left tackle. Raiders defense right there to stop him for a 1-yard loss back to the 38. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11 on the tackle by Vinny Villanova.
Third and 11.
Down to 10.
And remember, Freitas can run the ball too.
That he can.
Not afraid to do that.
Third and 11 for the Dolphins. I think we're going to have movement on the line, or it's going to be a 5-yarder against the Raiders. Defense, that's going to shorten it to 3rd and 6. First penalty of the game for the Raiders. 5-yard variety. 3rd and 6 for Mosley at their 43. Freitas in the shotgun. It's going to be Freitas to the outside. He's got a nice gain for a Dolphin first down into Raider territory, down to the 47.
That's good for a Mosley first down.
It's going to be a gain of 10 for Freitas. You just called that, Bob.
Yep.
Freitas on the run, 10-yard gain, and a Dolphin first down.
And I think the offside certainly helped the Dolphins. Of course it did, gave him extra yardage, but probably changed the play call there.
Ten-yard gain for Freitas. 1st and 10 at the Raider 47. It's going to be a handoff to Chisholm. Actually, that's not Chisholm. That is Locavian Jackson. He's going to get a nice gain down inside the 45, all the way down to the 42-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5, bring up 2nd and 5. Dolphins into Raider territory here on their opening drive as they convert on a 3rd and 6. Brenda K. Hamill, the producer, checking in from Navarre. 2nd and 5. It's going to be a quick hitter to the outside as they find Jack Massey. And Massey had a big game against us last year. And that's going to be a gain all the way down to the 27. It's going to be a gain of 15 to Massey and a Dolphin first down.
Just nice yards after the catch.
First and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 26. Give him a 16-yard gain. First and 10, Dolphins at the Raider 27. Call it to 26. It's going to be a handoff to Chisholm to the outside. The Raiders right there to corral him at the 24-yard line. Give him a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Good for about 3 yards. Second down for the Dolphins.
Move the ball down to about the 24 of Navarre. There's 8:41 on the clock here in the opening quarter. 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins coming up here momentarily. Chisholm out. Jaden Sapp in as another wide out for the Dolphins. 2nd and 8. Freitas in the shotgun. As Jackson goes in, actually Massey goes in motion to left. Freitas back to pass. He's got a receiver downfield, and it is going to be out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Beautifully thrown ball by Sammy Freitas, but his receiver stepped on the end line, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. Thank you all for checking in tonight. I will be unable to respond to your chatter via my messaging on the live chat due to our situation and our setup here tonight. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves.
We don't want the table and the equipment to go down the stairs.
That's correct.
That's why.
3rd and 8. 3rd and short 8 for the Dolphins. It's going to be a quick hitter across the middle, and that is Carson Griffin with the catch inside the Raider 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 16 to Griffin.
Yeah, he found a seam. Freitas knew exactly where he wanted to throw it. Little in pattern over the middle.
First and goal for the Dolphins at the Raider 7. Chisholm in the backfield with Freitas. It's going to be the handoff to Chisholm. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Vinny Villanova with the initial hit. Also there to assist, number 50 for the Raiders, Braxton Barr. We had him on our show last Wednesday night. 2nd and goal after the gain of 3 by Chisholm. Actually a gain of 2 down to the 4. Second and goal at the Raider 4. It's going to be handoff to Chisholm off left tackle. He gets into the end zone at 6:44 of the first quarter. The Mosley Dolphins are on the board first. A 4-yard run by Chisholm at the 6:44 mark.
Pretty good drive, helped by an offside penalty that shortened the down and distance.
Maverick Wright, as they set up, and they're going to go for 2. As a big hitter to Bruins. They hit him in the backfield, but he goes in for 2. They had him in the backfield and kind of let him go, and it's a 2-point conversion, and Mosley is up 8-0 here to start this game. So a 4-yard run by Chisholm for the touchdown, and a 2-point conversion from Freitas to Bruins. We've seen enough of that young man, too. He's been starting since he was a freshman.
He's a big young man.
So 8-0 Mosley on the board first. Nice drive. A couple of third down conversions there, Bob.
Most certainly, tall and strong wide receivers like that, you got to hit them low. You can't try to arm tackle them because they'll do just what you saw them do. He ran through the tackle.
He's 6'6". He's a strapping young lad. 8-0 Mosley, 6:44 on the clock.
Number 90, Maverick Wright.
He kicks it into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders will start out at the 20.
On their own 20-yard line.
Nice weapon to have, Bill.
Most definitely 8-0. Mosley on top here in the first quarter on the opening drive. They go 61 yards in numerous plays. Four passes, 6 runs. So that tells me a 10-play drive, 61 yards. And we're going to the water break. We're going to stay right here, folks. Thank you all for checking in on the live chat tonight. The Pick Wizard checking in tonight. Saying go Raiders. Joe Settle. Christine and Michael Cobb checking in. Says, all right, Raiders. Let's go.
Opportunity to donate to Rachel's Bags of Love. It's a charitable organization that supports the fight against childhood cancer.
And Mark smoking again. That's what he goes by on. Checking in, said, let's go Raiders. We're thankful for your broadcast, Bill. You're welcome. 1st and 10 Raiders. Roman Marshall in the backfield, in the shotgun. Josh Wilson to his left. 1st and 10 Navarre from their 20. And off to Wilson, off left tackle. He's going to get back to line of scrimmage, give him 1 yard. 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
Number 6, Sawyer Schultz. Number 8, Lance Hawthorne on the tackle. Short gain for the Raiders.
2nd and 9 on the 1 yard gain by Wilson. Roman Marshall in at QB for the Raiders tonight. Your wide receivers are Brody Powers and Connor Hamblin. Your tight ends, Jack Hilton and Jacob Crowder. Tries to find Hamblin out on the far sideline and right in front of the Dolphin bench. It falls incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 9.
I like that play. I like him rolling out, and then maybe off of that do a quarterback run. Certainly will keep the defense honest. I like the play call there. Just got to execute.
3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Hamlin and Powers out to the far side. Sanders and Hilton to the near side. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mosley 8, Navarre nothing. And it's going to be a sack inside the 15 all the way down to the 13-yard line, a loss of 8.
Yeah, they brought the house. Linebackers creeped up. They had single coverage. Roman just didn't have time.
First sack of the game.
Back to return to punt, number 1, Jack Massey.
Jacob Bishop into punt here for the Raiders on their opening drive as it stalls out. 5:27 to go in the opening quarter. 8-0 Mosley. High snap corralled by Bishop. A low kick. And it's going to take a Raider bounce out to the 43-yard line. So it could be a kick of 30, so it'll be 1st and 10. Dolphins at the Raider 43. 5:15 on the clock here in the opening quarter.
Mosley football. Once again, as you can see the vehicles outside, you can take a picture with them. Hashtag Bill Kramer on Facebook.
So is Notre Dame Purdue on at the same time as Wisconsin, Alabama?
No. That's an early game. Wisconsin and Alabama are 11 o'clock. And Notre Dame's not on until 2:30.
Okay.
So 1st and 10, Dolphins at the Raider 42. As they say, set up in the Raider end of the field. Freitas back to pass. He's got a receiver downfield. Just overthrown by a couple of yards. Incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It'll bring 2nd down for the Dolphins.
.507 to go here in the opening quarter. 8-0 Mosley on top as they scored on a 4-yard run by Chisholm. A 2-yard point conversion. The 2-point conversion was successful. Freitas to Bruins, and that's where we stand, 8-0 with 5:07 to go in the first quarter.
And the Raiders are missing a defensive back tonight, Bill, I believe.
It's going to be a handoff to Chisholm off left tackle. Nice gain inside the 40, all the way down to the 37-yard line.
Got to be holding offense. Wide receiver came in and hooked the defensive end.
Jaden Jones, a freshman, getting the start.
No. Okay.
Doing the run. Got a 5-man face mask penalty.
Now we'll be given a 6-yard run and then a 5-yard face mask penalty. We'll give the.
I did not see that.
We'll give the Dolphins a first down. Second penalty of the night against Navarre. And the 4th first down of the game for Mosley. Ball moves inside to 35, down to the 32. 1st and 10. The handoff to Chisholm, right up the gut. He gets a push forward down to about the 27. 2nd and 5 for the Dolphins on the 5-yard gain by Chisholm. They're down to the Raider 26 with 4:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Latavich is checking in. I knew that had to be you, Mark. Or it might be your lovely bride as well. 2nd and 5, a short 5 for the Dolphins at the Raider 26. 8-0 already. The handoff to Chisholm. He's going to be close to a first down. He needed about 4.5 on the play. And let's see, I think with the mark, they're going to have a first down. They'll move the chains, but let's see. I think they're going to stop the clock for a major. First down, Mosley. They no checking with the chains. No, it's going to be first down at the Raider 21. Dolphins at the Raider 22. A windy night here on this Thursday night in Panama City. They tried to hit the on a wide receiver screen out here to the near side. They tried to find Massey. It falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. .341 on the clock here in the opening quarter.
Looks like Mosley may go to a Wildcat package here, Bill.
Nice tackle over there on the far side. Coming up from his, trying to see the number as he.
For a gain of about 4, it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Dolphins.
They turn around here. That's 16. That was Bryce Moore on the tackle.
You know, first down really is the key in football offensively. Trying to get positive yardage, at least 5 or 6, really helps the offense. The
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Freitas is going to take off and run. Makes a nice move, cuts back inside the 10, but there's a flag. I think that's going to be a holding call on the wide receiver over there, Robert.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, a holding penalty against the Dolphins, their first of the night.
Doing the run. Holding. Offense. It's 10 yards. Replay 3rd down.
Certainly changes the play call here.
It's going to change it back to 3rd and 12 now, as we're down to 2:56.
He'll back the Dolphins up. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Third and 11 for the Dolphins. Trying to keep this drive alive inside Raider territory down at the 23-yard line. Freitas back to pass. He's got a receiver across the middle.
Oh, what a hit.
And a big hit, and it's going to be incomplete. Big hit there by number 3, Vinny Villanova on the tackle, or on the big hit. It's going to bring up 4th and 11. Great play there by Vinny. Now bring Maverick Wright out to attempt the field goal. This one's going to be a 40-yarder from spotted at the 30, move it back 10. It's going to be a 40-yard attempt for Wright. The Raiders jump off sides.
Mosley might want to think about going for it here.
And I think they're bringing the offense back out on the field, Bob. Good call.
Offside. Defense.
4th and 7, Bill.
Yeah, 4th and a short 7. They bring Freitas back out on the field.
Offsides by the defense. We're bringing 4th and 7 for the Dolphins.
They got all kind of personnel.
A lot of confusion going on here. Mosley might have to take a second timeout here.
Well, the clock just started for whatever reason.
They're going to run a Wildcat package here. 4th and a long 6 for the Dolphins. They're going to burn their second timeout, Bob.
Yeah, I think they wanted to see what Navarre was going to show them.
That's their second of this pass.
You know he's not going to throw, so Navarre coaches are going to load the box.
Well, hopefully we're going to bring up the scoreboard feature here as I can move it back into
Marshall Brothers Construction and Engineering, Martha and Wayne Purdue, NAI Talcor, and Pat and Tiffany Barker. Thank you for your continued support of Mosley football.
Fourth and 6 for the Dolphins at the Raider 18. Freitas back in. He's going to roll out to his right. It's going to be intercepted by Andre Spence. Out to the 20. The Raiders take over on the interception by Andre Spence.
I don't think he saw him. The quarterback didn't see him. Is that not the first turnover. First interception of the year.
First and 10 Raiders on the interception from Andre Spence. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle.
Number 6, Sawyer Schultz on the tackle.
Schultz on the tackle.
Good for about a 4-yard play for the Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4-yard gain for Spence. After the interception. And that's going to be an offside against Mosley. Bring up 2nd and 1.
Offsides defense.
Offside. Defense.
It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Raiders.
2nd and short for the Raiders.
Hamblin and Powers to the far side. Wilson in the backfield with Roman Marshall. It's going to be a handoff to Wilson, trying to push forward. It looks like he's going to have enough for a Raider first down out to the 30. A gain of 3 for Wilson and a Raider first down. Their first down of the night. First and 10 Raiders. Nothing Mosley on top. Raiders first and 10 at their 30. We're down to 1:42 to go here in the opening quarter. It's 8-0 Mosley on top. Handoff off left tackle. Wilson running hard out to the 34. Give him a 4-yard gain. Will bring up 2nd and 6. Fleming on the tackle for Mosley. Give him 5, 2nd and 5 for Navarre.
You know, when you're not 2nd and long, 3rd and long, obviously, again, tried expression, it changes play calls, gives the offense some energy for 2nd down.
Handoff to Wilson once again. He gets out near the 38. He'll bring out 3rd and short. A gain of another 4.
Probably another running situation here. Something when I interviewed Josh Wilson. If I interviewed Josh Carter, that would be news, right?
He's in Eastern
Josh
Kentucky.
Wilson, he talked about how the corners and the safeties are playing soft, play off. Navarre's going to try to find the underneath routes because of that.
3rd and 1.
Whoa.
A little bit extended on the aggressiveness on the play. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We'll bring up 4th down. So we're going down. That will be the last play of the first quarter. Your final after your score after 1, not your final after 1. 8-0 Mosley. And we'll be back after this commercial break.
Navar Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarfitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you.
Back to return to punt, number 1, Jack Massey.
Let me know if you can see the scoreboard on yet. Having to do a little bit of adjustments. Jacob Bishop back to punt for the Raiders. 2nd time on the night. This one will be from the Raiders at their own 35. Good snap back. Bishop with a high end over end punt. It's returnable down at the Mosley 23-yard line. He gets to the outside, cuts back, and then before he's tackled by Jacob Crowder. Special teams tackled by Jacob Crowder.
Mosley will take over 1st and 10.
This was the scene of the crime a couple years back, Bill, when the Raiders faked a couple punts, didn't they?
It was.
Dropped the football.
Pass intended for number 1, Jack Massey, is incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins.
2nd and 10 for the Dolphins. That was a 44-yard punt by Bishop.
3rd and 7 for the Dolphins.
3-yard gain there by Chisholm. Bring up 3rd and 7. We'll get that scoreboard up here in a second. 3rd and 7, a short 7 for the Dolphins for their own 40. 8-0 Mosley here in the second quarter. Freitas going to take off. He breaks one tackle, gets to the outside, short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. It's going to be a gain of 5 for Freitas, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Right now they're keeping the offense on the field. The Raiders can make a stop here. They would have great field position. And it's going to be, looks like it was going to be a keeper right up the middle by Freitas out to a 49-yard line, a gain of 5 for Freitas, and another Dolphin first down. Their 6th of the ball game. First and 10 at the midfield stripe for Mosley. Quick hitter to Massey. He's got a nice gain right out of bounds in front of the Mosley bench down to the 40. It's going to be close to a first down.
That is good for a Mosley first down.
Gain of 10. Another first down for Mosley. Massey's 3rd catch of the night for 26 yards. First and 10 Dolphins at the Raider 40. Freitas back to pass. He's going to hit his receiver out of the backfield.
Pass complete to number 23, Adam Land. Good for a Mosley.
Tackle back there in the secondary by Jones, but not before he gets down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 27 to Adam Land. First and 10 Dolphins at the Raider 13. Freitas back to pass.
Pass intended for number 2, Carson Griffin is good for a Mosley touchdown.
What a catch down there in the corner of the end zone by Griffin. That one from 13 yards out. That puts Mosley up 14-0. Thirteen-yard pass play from Freitas to Griffin at the 8:59 mark. Maverick Wright in for the extra point. 14-0 to Mosley. Kick is up. Kick is good. Right with the extra point.
15-0.
Raiders trail 15-0 here early on in the second quarter.
Set to kick off, number 90.
May try to make the scoreboard a little bit bigger there for you all to see. 8:59 to go here in the first half. 15-0. Mosley on top. Wright puts toe on leather. A line drive kick. It's going to be fielded by Marquez White at the 2-yard line. He's going to get to the outside, cuts back. Nice return by Marquez. Out over the 25 to the 27. The 25-yard return by White. The Raiders will have first and 10.
Raiders will start at the 27-yard line.
So a nice 25-yard return by Marquez White. Bob working the camera tonight. First and 10 Raiders from their 27.
Pass intended number 14 is broken up by number 3, Christian Brown.
Brown with the breakup on a pass intended for Hamblin.
Raiders, Bill, continuing like they did 2 weeks ago against Choctaw with a 6-man offensive line, and then add a tight end. Roman was hurried on that throw though.
Second and 10 for the Raiders. They hand off to Wilson. Ball on the ground. Marshall's going to recover it, but it's going to be a loss back to the 18-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 9 on the fumble to Wilson. Clock stops, actually keeps running at 8:15. Marshall back to pass.
Middle screen, Bill.
It's going to be dropped. It's going to bring up
again
down.
Well designed. Just got to execute. Got to catch the ball.
Raiders going to be punting the ball away again.
Back to return the punt, number 1, Jack Massey.
Bishop booms one back to the Mosley 28-yard line. Massey's going to get to the outside.
Jack Massey with a big return.
71 yards on the return. There's a flag on the play, though. He hurdled the last defender, and he's celebrating, but you know what? It's coming back. All for naught. Three penalties for each team.
Doing a run. Holding. On the receiving team. 10 yards. First down.
So it's going to be first and 10 Mosley. Massey did return at 71 yards, but there was a holding call on the play, so that's going to be back to the Raider 29-yard line. That's where Mosley will start their fourth drive, as they're up 15-0 with 7:38 on the clock here in the second quarter.
Start the Dolphins on the 30-yard line. It'll be first and 10.
First and 10 Dolphins from their 29. Freitas in the shotgun. It's going to be handoff to Chisholm. Met by a host of Raiders at the line of scrimmage, but he gets 3 on the play, bring up 2nd and 7.
Number 4 is Sammy Chisholm on the run. Gain of about 4 for the Dolphins.
Andre Spence and Easy Gasca on the tackle. 2nd and 7 for the Dolphins from their own 32. Freitas in the, it's going to be a quick hitter to the near sideline, but he wanted to run before he had it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 on the incompleted pass.
3rd and 7 for the Dolphins.
You know, Mosley's had some big plays tonight, Bill, but have shot themselves in the foot with penalties and some drop passes. Some folks live in and around here in the Lynn Haven area where Mosley's at, so this may be the best Mosley team they've had for some time.
3rd and 7 for the Dolphins from their own 32. 6:25 on the clock. Freitas back to pass. He did not. Over the top of the Raider for the first down catch. What a catch by Griffin. All the way down to the Raider 32-yard line. A 36-yard pass play to Griffin and a Dolphin first down on a 3rd and 7 conversion. First and 10 Dolphins at the Raider 32. We're down to 6:05 to go here in the first half.
Too much time.
A water break.
Prior to the snap. Delay of game.
Delay of game. You're correct, Bob.
5 yards. First out.
Well, really, the back judge has just a couple of calls. One could be what we just had, delay of game, and it could have been water break as well, but we'll take it.
First and 15. Tried to find his receiver down the far sideline. Intended receiver down there was Jaden Sapp. Falls incomplete. Will bring up 2nd and 15.
Freitas is throwing into, if you look at the American flag, pretty brisk wind up high.
It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Dolphins from their the Raider 37. Massey goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Lacovian Jackson's going to break 2 tackles and going to get in the end zone from 37 yards out. Breaks a couple Raider tackles and finds his way into the end zone from 37 yards out. Lacovian Jackson. Locavian Jackson, I should say. 37-yard scamper.
Just about every defender on Navarre had their hands on him, Bill. Cannot arm tackle these people.
That comes at the 5:34 mark, 21-0 Mosley. They set up in a 2-point conversion formation. Freitas is going to get into the end zone. Keeps it himself. 23-0 here.
Correction, Sammy Freitas. The Dolphins are up 23-0.
That one comes at the 5:34 mark after they converted a 3rd and 7. 37-yard run by Jackson. 2-point conversion. Good, 23-0 Mosley on top. 5:34 on the clock. Just to give you a heads up, the only time that I can adjust the time is after the play. If you see my setup, I love doing this, but I can't keep up with the running clock and everything, so I change it at the end of the play. 23-0 Mosley. Just Bob and I here tonight. Maverick Wright ready to put toe on leather here. 23-0 Mosley. The kick comes down at the 10-yard line. Marquez White gets out to the 20, and that's where he's going to stop right there at the 20-yard line. Sawyer Schultz on the tackle. 10-yard return for Marquez White.
Official timeout. Water break.
Water break here. We'll take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back after the water break. 23-0 Mosley on top on IrishBillSports.com. Irish Bill Sports Live, 944 on YouTube.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Irish Bill, Seminole Bob back here at Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field at Tommy Oliver Stadium here in Panama City. 23-0 Mosley on top. It's going to be handoff to Wilson off right tackle. He's going to get out to the 23, give him 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd down for the Raiders.
Second and 7 for Navarre from their 23. Trailing 23-0 here in the second quarter. Marshall back to pass. He's going to get out. He's going to scamper for about 5 yards out to the 29. See where they spot the ball. It's going to be just shy of the first down on a nice run by Roman Marshall of 6 yards.
Good pocket presence there. He felt the pressure coming. Didn't panic. Positive yards, setting up 3rd and 1, Bill.
Got Mr. G checking in from Northern California, says go easy. 3rd and 1 for the Raiders at their 29. Wilson, a first down carry. He's going to cut back to the inside. Out over the 40, out to about the 42-yard line, a 13-yard gain, and a Raider first down.
I think the cornerback just tasted
Mr. Wilson. Hello.
Was that Wilson?
That was Wilson carrying the ball. Josh. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 41. Give him 12 yards on the carry. Hand off to Wilson off right tackle again. Nice run out over the 45, out to about the 48-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 3. Out to the Raider 48-yard line.
This is, the Raiders have shown spots of running the ball successfully and moving the chains. Just got to be consistent with it. Another first down.
It's going to be a gain of 3 and another Raider first down for Wilson. Into Dolphin territory for the first time tonight at the Dolphin 49. We're down to 3:20 to go. 3:21 to go here in the opening half.
And I think that's what the offense needs, Bill. They need, a drive, get the confidence up.
First and 10 Raiders at the Dolphin 49. Baby steps.
Tight end.
It's going to be the first completed pass to Helton on the season. It's going to be a minimal gain of 1 yard, bring up 2nd and 9.
Short gain of the play.
Gain of 1, bring up 2nd and 9.
Nice job by Roman, keeping his cool. Again, rolling out to the left. That is a hard pass for a right-handed quarterback.
2nd and 9 for the Raiders at the Mosley 48. Call timeout. Little confusing. The Raiders going to call timeout. Their first of the half with 2:15 to go.
Timeout. Offense. That's the first of this half.
That's the first one used by the Raiders. Mosley has used 2 of theirs.
And outdoor for their support of Mosley football. Out front, you'll see a 2024 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss 4-wheel drive crew cab pulling an all-wall boat. A 2024 Chevy Blazer EV RS all-wheel drive.
It's going to be 2nd and 9
With that vehicle and share it on Facebook.
for the Raiders. 2:15 on the clock here in the opening half. 23-0 Mosley on top.
Pulled at halftime. Once again, take the picture, post it on Facebook. Use the hashtag Bill Kramer. Your chance to win a free tank of gas that you can redeem at halftime.
Hilton's first reception on the season. Raiders back out on offense. They have a 2nd and 9 situation at the Mosley 48-yard line. Marshall in the shotgun. Wilson to his right. Trips receivers to the near side. Single to the far side. Marshall back to pass. He tried to find Hamlin here on the near side. Falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Bill, did you see the Pac-12 expanded?
Well, they're the Pac-2 right now. Pac-2.
Pac-2.
Bless you.
What? Fresno, Boise.
Fresno State, Boise State, Colorado State. Tried to find his receiver on the far side of the field.
Pass is out of bounds. It'll be 4th down for the Raiders.
That pass was intended for, looked like number 82, just in the ball game. That would be Liston Varus.
Back to return the punt, number 1, Jack Massey.
Third punt of the first half for Navarre.
Look for the fake here.
Prior to the snap, delay of game.
Moves it back 5 yards. Delay a game on Navarre. 4th penalty of the first half at all 5-yarders.
Hey, it's been intentional.
It's going to move the ball back.
He was booming them in practice.
Good snap back. It's going to take a Raider hop inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. A 38-yard punt inside the 20 for Bishop. $37-yard punt. Mosley will take over after the 37-yard Jacob Bishop punt. 23-0 Mosley on top with 1:58 to go here in the first half. Freitas back to pass. He's going to hit his receiver in a left, coming from the far side, back inside, out to the 30, 29-yard line to Adam Land. That's a gain of 12. Massey out to the 36-yard line, gain of 5. First and 10 Dolphins from their 36. Freitas is going to take off and run. Almost intercepted there on the near side by Cooper Black. He knocks it down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Dolphins.
Massey turned into a defender. That ball hung up a long ways. I was just about to say, Navarre's not had too much pressure on the Mosley quarterback.
Coach Adams checking in. Says, Bill, how about Urban Meyer to Notre Dame? I would like that.
What's that?
Urban Meyer.
At?
Notre Dame.
Why change?
Massey breaks one tackle, gets enough for a first down. He's going to get out to the 46-yard line, a gain of 10. Massey's 5th catch of the night.
I mean, did Notre Dame lose to Boston College? Did they lose to Georgia Tech?
Did the Russians invade Pearl Harbor?
Germans, by the way. Germans? Oh, you don't bother him. He's on a roll.
First and 10 Dolphins from their 46. 1:14 on the clock. 23-0 Mosley on top.
All day.
It's going to be intercepted by Curtis Sanders. And he's going to get out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Second interception of the night for the Raider defense. And Sanders returns at 20 yards. Two takeaways for the Raiders defense. And they're going to take over with their best field position with 1:04 on the clock. They're going to spot the ball at the 48 of Mosley. A 20-yard return on the interception by Curtis Sanders. First and 10 Navarre at the Mosley 48.
Receiver cut his rat out.
Going to fall incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10.
I think Roman thought he was going to go deep, and he just did a curl pattern. The receiver on that side. It does stop the clock. Navarre will get the second half kickoff.
2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the Mosley 48.
Number 27, Will Arboleta on the sack.
Arboleta on the sack all the way back to the Raider 44. That's going to be a loss of 8 on the sack. He had a receiver wide open in the middle of the field, but he was feeling pressure, so he had to get out of the pocket. That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Raiders.
Thank you for dinner tonight. We did the, where did we stop?
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Good old faithful Cracker Barrel. Our server, Christopher.
Going uptown, I had the loaded potato, maybe not the most healthiest, and a house salad. Yeah,
I went with the fried chicken BLT, and it was delish.
And a special sauce on it, right?
That's it. 3rd and 16 for the Raiders from their 44. Marshall back to pass. It's caught down to about the 46-yard line. 4.
Baby steps, Bill Hamill. Baby steps.
They're going to spot the ball, so it's going to be a 10-yard pass to Hamblin. And I think he was out of bounds before he caught the ball.
Was he pushed out of bounds? And they can't say that he intentionally went out of bounds. I don't think any receiver is going to intentionally.
Let's see what the call. They're still, the White Hat's still talking with his.
Well, do you want to go to Whataburger tonight? No, I want pizza. I want Pizza Hut. Oh, maybe we'll go to.
You get nothing and like
Churches.
it.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. My goodness.
Illegal touching. He must have stepped out of bounds and came back in.
Yeah. I wonder why he stepped out of bounds. Ticky-tack. 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 Ticky-tack.
Mosley's
I know it's a rule, but was he pushed out of bounds?
I encourage you to follow Mosley Football on Twitter.
Yeah.
11 seconds to go in the half. 23-0. Dolphins on top. Dolphins will probably have one more play as they are out of timeouts. The receiver stepped out of bounds. Coach Bagley wants an explanation. I think he's getting it here on the near sideline. Probably not one that he likes, but it's an explanation nonetheless.
When was the last time you saw that in high school football called?
Never. I've never seen that called. Not saying it's not the proper call, but I've never seen it called. No. Incompleted pass here on the near sideline. As Freitas tried to find Massey. Incomplete. Take it down to 7 seconds on the clock. 23-0 Mosley as they've converted two-point conversions. That's why they're sitting at 23. Jim Short checking in from North Carolina. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate everybody out on the live chat tonight.
Be the last play of the half.
And that will be the last play of the first half as the clock reads 0. We're going to take a lengthy commercial break. Your halftime score on irishbillsports.com. Irish Bills Sports Live 944 on YouTube. It's 23-0. Mosley on top at the half. And we're going to head out for a commercial break here on irishbillsports.com.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Navar Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Rubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. The buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
You need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you. And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best.
Marty! You're dead weight!
Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus.
Let's go sports bar!
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
The Hustle isn't named after anyone. Not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The Hustle is real. The Hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com and I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let our team member Sandy share how Culver's is serving up Celebration by the Scoop.
Our rich and creamy fresh frozen custard makes every day a little bit sweeter. Enjoying a handcrafted treat with all the ooey gooey toppings you love? Now that's worth celebrating.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a sweet treat to make every moment count. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Get Kroger delivery without a local Kroger store and $25 off your first 2 orders.
With so many choices across the U.S., find Chicago bed and breakfast even Cardinals fans could love.
When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below can bother fresh and sweet. On the roof, I get away from the hustling crowds and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roof, on the roof, the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. Up on the
Welcome back to Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field here at the stadium of Tommy Oliver. It's Mosley against Navarre. It's 23-0 at the half. Welcome, Paul.
Hey, thanks, Bill. I appreciate being on. It's tough to watch. I thought maybe we get a different result and get on the board, but so far, not happening.
Well, I had a question earlier about the scoreless quarter streak. Well, Navarre has never been shut out 3 times in a row, so that it has to be less than 12.
Okay.
So,
well, I'm going to make a prediction right now that it's going to end tonight. We're going to get on the board. It might be a defensive touchdown, but we're going to get on the board somehow.
That's one thing I told Bob on the way over here. It's either special teams or defense is going to get the Raiders on the board first.
The way that Sammy Freitas is throwing the ball around and slinging it, he's made a couple of poor decisions. I think if he makes another one, Andre or somebody could take it to the house. That's what I'm hoping for.
He's thrown 2 interceptions on the night. He's 10 for 20 for 146 yards. A good night, but he has thrown a couple of picks. Nice pick there by Andre Spence down here in the west end zone. And then Curtis Sanders, I believe, had the second one.
It was Curtis Sanders.
And so
not to call this offense out, but it's a little frustrating that we're not as creative. And I'm not an offensive coordinator by any means, but it just seems like we're doing a lot of the same thing over and over and over. And we changed it up again a little bit last week, and I know we've got some packages in the works with Josh and Andre, and we haven't seen Keegan Gilbert. I just think to do the same thing over and over again is the definition of insanity if it's not working.
It's like beating your head up against the wall. But anyways, the Raiders, they're not going to give up. It's not in their nature. They're gonna keep on fighting. They will get the ball to start the second half.
That is, I did like the holding penalty on the punt. Did you see that down here?
I did.
With Vinny taking 2 on at once, and they called the holding. It should have been what do you call it? Unsportsmanlike conduct.
It was a beautiful return by Massey, but all for naught.
Exactly.
He went 71 yards on the return and leaped over our last player, which in high school football you cannot leap over a player. That is a 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike. They didn't call that one either.
Okay. So you cannot hurdle.
Yeah, I remember years ago when Navarre was playing at Fort Walton Beach, we had a young man by the name of Aaron Mitchell. Navarre was crushing Fort Walton Beach, and he was going in for a score, and he leaped over the would-be defender. He hurdled over him, and they called him for a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike.
Really? And so we didn't get the touchdown.
So we scored on the next play anyways, but
okay.
But I think the score ended up being like 55-6 or something like that. But
how's the chat line been? Are we getting any?
It's been great. We're all over the country, California, North Carolina. We got Easy, a lot of Easy's family. Easy seems to have a lot of family out there.
In Vegas?
Out in California, Northern California.
Okay.
It's where did you guys eat on the way over?
We did. We went to a little Italian restaurant that Mr. Boozer from the high school recommended, and it was a little in a strip mall. It was great.
Yeah, Bob and we ended up going to an Old Faithful Cracker Barrel.
There you go.
Bob had a tossed salad, and he had a loaded baked potato. I went with the fried chicken BLT.
Oh, that sounds good.
And it was very, very tasty with their special sauce.
Oh, there you go. Well, we had to meet Vinny's girlfriend came from Florida State. We met her and took her to dinner, and But yeah, it's been tough to watch. At least we got the weather turned out great all week long. We worried about it raining, and it turned out great. So
thank you, because as you can see with our makeshift studio that we have up here on the visitors' side, we just had to make do. I had to make use of my suitcase there to keep her. And I got the plug-in all the way plugged in up here. A new cord only has 2 prongs. So I was like, luckily I brought another backup, and between one we already had and the one we brought as a reserve, it reached down to the plug-in, and
so
we were good to go.
One comment I'll make, I did take a roster up to the press box, gave it to them, they said thank you, and they're still not calling our guys.
I see that.
I think that's I don't like that. I don't think it's cool. And I was told that the last time we played here, they just did the same thing. So it's high school sports. You call the names.
Well, I know when you're calling a game at Navar on the PA and I'm calling the game at Navar, all the players' names get mentioned.
Absolutely.
In fact, you'll hardly ever hear a number called between either one of us.
It's the names. And I'll go over to the other team and ask for pronunciation of a name if I don't know it. So anyway, pet peeve. But anyway, the beautiful
Most
facility
definitely.
here at Bay High School.
I'm glad it's a breezy night because it's taken down that heat a little bit. Not overcast. Well, I can't really tell if it's overcast now because it's dark. But 23-0, Mosley on top. Paul Villanova checking in.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
checking
it.
in with
All
me.
right,
He's going to give the headphones back to Seminole Bob. And hopefully Seminole Bob and I will get a win this weekend. It's Florida State Seminoles. And my Irish.
You spent the week in Mississippi. The hurricane was coming after. Right.
Yeah, Paul was over in Mississippi for work all week.
Well, we're glad you're safe and sound.
I'm glad he didn't bring the hurricane with him, but he did bring the wins, and we're grateful for the wins. But one thing Paul was bringing up was we call the players names on both sides. They have a roster of ours, and they still refuse to call our players names on tackles and runs and.
Yeah, to me, like I'm somebody special. I do the stadium announcing for Emerald Coast Middle.
Can you hear me now?
And if I don't have the other team, I'll say, hey, can the Freeport Bulldog coach bring up a roster? And I'll call out as many players, as I can. And sorry I missed the show Tuesday.
No,
it was
we had a good time.
Senior night or 8th grade night.
Ryan Black checking in with me, the father of Cooper Black and Connor Black, who graduated in 24. His mom,
Emerald Coast
retired colonel,
which you found,
A.K. Black.
You found my school today. That'll be not this week, but the following week is homecoming for South Walton. Guess who they get for homecoming? Florida High.
Wow.
So that's in 2 weeks. Anyway, Emerald Coast defeated Lewis on 8th grade night, 55-0. We recognized the dance team, the cheerleaders, and the football team and the band. Great night. Running clock, second half. I thought about stopping by and seeing you and Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson!
Guys, that's bringing
going
it back.
Old school Dennis the Menace. But it was like 9 o'clock, and you guys had a terrific show.
Yeah, we got Phyllis Savoy checking in from Massachusetts. So I've heard from North Carolina. I've heard from Nevada, California, now Massachusetts. Let us know where you're calling or checking in from.
It sounds like, at a Republican or Democratic convention, the great state of California. So we've got a whole handful. Thank you for joining us on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night football, college, both Kansas. No, that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Both Kansas State playing. But
so we're one of only 2 games going on in the Panhandle tonight. Yeah, Fort Walton Beach at Washington going on in Pensacola, and we're over here in Panama City. That game kicked off at 7:30, so they should still be in the first half of that one. Your alma mater, Fort Walton Beach,
playing a little bit better.
2-1 on the season. We're here at halftime. We're under a minute to go before the second half starts. Mr. D checking in from San Jose, California. The kickers are warming up from Navar on the east end of the west end of the field. Yes, this stadium runs east and west, not north and south. So I might be wrong. I never was very good at geography and directions and all that. You know, guys are known for knowing directions on where to go. We don't stop and ask for directions. So I'm going to go with west and east. And right now, Jack Bayer down there, Bayer warming up, get ready for the second half. Raiders trailing 23-0. Indiana in as well. I'm a Hoosier myself. Checking in from Vermont. Here we go. Roll call.
Can you imagine, we have...
Roll call. We're going to go with our drum roll.
We have fall coming up, Bill.
These mushrooms make you feel better.
Beautiful, beautiful Vermont colors, huh?
I've never been to Vermont.
My dad has. He went up there. His given name, Ethan Allen. Of course, Ethan Allen, Green Mountain Boys, Vermont, New Hampshire area.
We got Lucille Gasca checking in from California. She's Easy's grandma. Patty Ann Lee, fellow Hoosier. How cool. Yeah, indeed. I'm from a little town in northeastern Indiana, Kendallville, right on US 6. One of the top 3 longest highways in the nation. US 6 runs from East Coast to West Coast. It's the 3rd longest highway in the United States. I saw that the other night on TV. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. US 6, Highway 6.
My wife calls it useless trivia.
I got a lot of that.
But, hey, I learned something today.
Just today? Well, Bob, your team loses to Boston College. Mine loses to Northern Illinois. We lose to another directional school. And now we take on our one of our state foes, Purdue. We go down to West Lafayette. Not a very far trip from South Bend. So the Irish try to get back on the winning track.
Is Drew Brees still playing for Purdue?
No, not at all.
What do you expect to see tomorrow from Purdue?
Nothing tomorrow. Maybe something on Saturday.
Oh, okay. How about from Notre Dame?
Some decent play calling.
Especially on...
act like you've been there before.
3rd and short.
Second and short.
2nd and short.
Not a long bomb needed when you're up 1 and 5 minutes to go in the game.
First quarter score from Pensacola. Booker T. Washington leading Fort Walton 3-0 early.
The Raiders warming up. Both teams. The Raiders down to the end zone to our right. Mosley gathering at the goal line to our left.
What did Coach say at halftime that you can repeat?
What's the old saying? Your grandma told you if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. No, I'm going to say keep your heads up. We had some positive plays there in the first half.
They did.
Just let's keep pushing. We're going to find that end zone. Because that little ant, he ended up moving that rubber tree plant.
And you don't want to go in the record books as being the first team to be shut out three
straight games. It's never happened at Navarre.
And Navarre has the talent to score, play good defense. We saw Mosley quarterback look human at times. 2 picks.
So what he's doing, he didn't even see Spence down there. And that was just a great play by Sanders to come over from his safety position and grab that one and returned it 20 yards. But what Freitas, one thing I got to say about him is he's got to learn to look those defenders off. And then before he throws that pass, because if he checks down, looks to the sideline, and then goes across the middle, he has his guy wide open.
Showing I'm seeing calmness in the pocket by Roman. You can't teach that. So
we're getting ready to start the second half here. Navarre trailing 23-0. Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. Back deep for the Raiders. Brody Powers and Marquez White.
We haven't mentioned it tonight, the quarterback whisperer, Tommy Joe Whidden, head coach at Mosley, former quarterback at Niceville, coached at Washington and Niceville.
Maverick Wright puts toe on leather. It's a high end over end kick that's going to come down at the 9. And there is a flag on the play, or did he kick it before they whistled the play? Offsides kicking team. Put him back 5 yards.
All right. Your son was a kicker in high school. Your son was a kicker in college. How many times out of 40 games? No, more than that. 60 games have you seen
offside
on a kickoff?
0.
You have tonight. That's 1. And 16 years worth of high school games.
I think that's the first one I've seen in my son's involvement. That kick is going to be a long kick, and it's going to find the end zone 8 yards deep. So moving it back 5 yards didn't really mean anything to Maverick Wright. And that leg is now considered a Top Gun.
Ooh. Highway to the danger zone.
That was the 5th penalty against Mosley for 35 yards. Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their 20. Marshall in a shotgun. Wilson to his left. Wilson's going to break one into the secondary. Nice game by Wilson. Out to the 3rd down. And a Raider first down. Gain of 13 for Wilson. Move the chains.
Did you notice the stadium announcer is not calling Navarre names even though they have a roster? I find that odd.
I do too. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 33 on the first down run by Wilson. He's going to go off right tackle. He's going to break to the outside. Breaks 2 tackles out over the 35, out to the 38-yard line. Give him 5 more yards. 2nd and 5 Navarre. Wilson running hard here early on. 12th carry on the night for Joshua Wilson for 44 yards. Actually, they're going to give him 6, 2nd and 4. Raiders out to their 39. 1 minute gone here in the second half. 23-0. Mosley on top. A quick hitter on the far sideline to Hamlin. Out to the 45. It's going to be a gain of 6 to Hamlin. His 2nd catch on the night. The Raider first down.
Tell me about this young man, Hamlin.
Only a sophomore.
Okay.
Wearing number 14. First down, Navarre. Consecutive first downs. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 45. There's going to be a handoff to Josh Wilson. And they continue to make the tackle after the whistle is blown. It's going to be a loss of 2.
Last time I checked, whistle means stop. A little extracurricular activity there. Navarre coaches wanted a unnecessary roughness penalty. Second and 12.
From the 38-yard line of Navarre. It's going to be a handoff to Wilson behind his big Bubbas to the far side. And he's going to push forward. You're not going to push that young man back. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Plus, let's call it 3 yards. It's going to be a gain of 4. A gain of 5 for Wilson. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. A gain of 4 on the play. Raiders out to their 48. 9:34 on the clock here in the third quarter. 23-0 Mosley on top. Big Bubba's blocking hard there, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Andre Spence back in. Wilson out. 3rd and 8 for Navarre. Pass across the middle and another first down catch for Hamlin inside the 40, down to the 38. A gain of 14 to Hamlin, his 3rd catch of the night. And another Raider first down.
It's got to be one of the longest plays for Navarre all season, Bill.
A 14-yard pass play. Three first downs in the drive. It's going to be handoff to Andre Spence. He breaks off left tackle into the secondary, inside the 30, all the way down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 16 for Spence and a Raider first down. Raiders moving the ball on their first drive after the break.
Yep, good blocking on that left side.
4th first down of the drive thus far.
Jacob Walsh, left guard.
They're going to spot the ball at the 21. That's going to be a gain of 17. A delayed handoff to Spence.
Fumble.
Raiders get back on
Navarre
it.
got it back.
It's going to be a loss back to the 26.
77 for Navarre.
It's going to be 2nd and 15. Jared Hola hops on the ball. The center. 2nd and 15 for the Raiders, back at their 26-yard line. Wilson off right tackle, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. He stretches forward inside the 20, all the way down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 for Wilson, and it's going to bring up 3rd and actually give him 7. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Twins to the near side. H-back comes in tight. That's Jack Hilton. It's going to be handoff to the outside to Wilson. He breaks 1 tackle. Raider first down inside the 10. Their first and goal on the season. Actually, they're going to spot it just outside the 10. All right, let's see where they're going to mark it. Is it right at the 10?
Yeah, nice
just
drive.
Outside the 10.
Nice drive by Navarre. We play, 12-minute quarters, Bill? So coming down to a 6-minute drive so far.
That's going to be a gain of 15 for Wilson. And a Raider 1st and 10. They can get a first down just outside the goal line. The Raiders down to just outside the 10 of Mosley. And they're going to run a reverse. Going to get to the outside. Hamlin is going to be gaining about a yard. Actually, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10. We're down to 6:11 to go here.
They're saying 2nd and goal now, Bill.
Oh, they laid down the chain, so it is 2nd and goal. Raiders at the Mosley 10-yard line. Spence running hard. I think that was, see who was in there on the tackle. It's Bruins on the tackle.
He's a Division I prospect. Bruins, their defensive end.
That was Josh getting back. He's going to lose 1 yard on the play, bring up 3rd and goal from the 11.
Time to make some noise, Dolphin fans. It is 3rd down.
That's about annoying.
Sack fumble by number 14, Tyler Tanner will bring 4th down for the Raiders.
I think they're going to have to go for it because they'd be kicking into the wind right here. It's going to be a loss back to the 20 for Marshall. Third sack of the night for Mosley. Raiders going to attempt a field goal. This one's going to be set down at the 27. It'll be a 37-yard attempt for Cade Fugate. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Just off to the left. Just off to the left for Fugate. He had plenty of distance. The Raiders going to come up short. 37-yard field goal just left. We're going to go to the water break with 4:29 to go in the third. Raiders drive, but it comes up a little bit short.
Sponsors, Undisputed Consulting LLC, Walborski, Bradley, and Fleming, the Platinum Dolphins, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buncham Orthodontics, Capital City Bank, Quality Gates, Titan Hardscapes LLC. Thank you for your continued support of Mosley Dolphin football.
Yeah, when you have an 8-minute drive, you certainly want to come away with something.
Most definitely.
Tough break. What they say in soccer, unlucky.
Unlucky in love. 4:29 to go here for the Raiders as they move from their 20 all the way down to the Mosley 10. Drive ends with a 37-yard field goal miss to the left. 1st and 10 Mosley, their first possession of the second half. Freitas going to keep it himself. Gets into the Raiders secondary before he's forced out of bounds out about the 40-yard line. And a tackle by Cooper Black. It's going to be a 19-yard run out to about the 39 for Freitas. And a Mosley first down. Their 10th of the ball game. Navarre with 7. They're going to give him 20. They're going to spot the ball right at the 40. He tries to find Jaden Sapp here on the near sideline. He drops the ball, bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, he's had the quarterback from Mosley has had his passing moments, but where he's really hurt Navarre, Bill, is his legs running the football.
Most definitely. 4 carries on the night for 40 yards, 10-yard average. 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins. Chisholm's going to cut back, but he's met by a host of Raiders. He's going to gain about 1 on the play. Spence Villanova in there on the tackle along with Easy Gasca.
Easy.
16-0 Washington over Fort Walton Beach. 16-0. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Dolphins from their 41, 3rd and 9. Twins on their side, Twins on the far side. Lone back in the backfield is good. It's going to be Freitas on the keeper. He's going to back towards the middle, and he's going to cut back.
Somebody's got to spy him.
And he's going to have another big gainer inside the 40 all the way down to the 36.
Can't
a gain of 23.
Him do that. Every time it's 3rd and long, they go to Freitas.
They need to have it. have a spy on him, Bob. Need to have a spy on him.
A spy. It kind of goes with the theme of the halftime show by the Mosley Band.
1st and 10, Dolphins at the Raider 36. It's going to be a handoff to Chisholm. They pretty much contained him most of the night. He's going to get down to the 31. He's going to pick up a 4 for Chisholm. 2nd and 6, the Mosley Dolphins. 2:40 on the clock and counting here in this third quarter, 23-0. Mosley on top. 2nd and 6 for the Dolphins at the Raider 30. It's going to be Chisholm up the middle. Vinny Villanova, initial man on the hit. A gain of 2 down to the 28. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
Vinny Villanova on the stop there.
Great pursuit by Villanova.
You know, I certainly hope Vinny gets a Division I offer. He certainly has the talent. I'd love to see him in being an Argonaut.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Dolphins at the Raider 27. It's going to be Freitas on the keeper. He's going to get to the outside. Oh, what a hit on the first side.
Nice
Cooper
play.
Black coming up with the big hit right at the line to gain. It's going to be enough for a first down, but what a big hit by Black.
Wow.
A gain of 3 for Freitas and a first down, but what pursuit by Cooper Black. And he almost stopped him short of the goal line, short of the first down marker. But it's going to be a first down Mosley as they move the ball inside the Raider 25.
Low snap.
Freitas back to pass. He's going to take off and run. He's carrying that like a loaf of bread there. He's lucky that he didn't lose that one. He's going to gain 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
I understand he's got 2 other
74 yards on 7 carries.
Bay County.
We're going to have a timeout with 48 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 23-0 Mosley on top. Bad spot initially, so they're going to give him 10 yards on that carry. And another Mosley first down. Move the chains down to the 15. Twins near side, single to the top. Lone back in the backfield is Chisholm. Nice play back there by freshman Jaden Jones. They've held him down passing. Yeah, he's got 146 yards, but he has 12 incompletions, 10 for 22, and 2 interceptions.
Well, can't you count that as receptions when the other team gets? No, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Bump, 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 bump. You can't do that.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins at the Raider 15. Freitas in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Chisholm. He's going to bounce to the outside, but he's met by a host of Raider tacklers there. Curtis Sanders with the initial hit. Cooper Black over there as well. It's going to be a gain of 3, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. That will be the last play of the third quarter. We're going to go to the 4, 23-0 Mosley on top. They'll have a 3rd and a short 7 when we start the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Rick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Head to the fourth quarter here. 23-0 Mosley on top. They have a third and a long 6 coming up at the Raider 10-yard, just outside the Raider 10-yard line. And they got to change the chain gang's got the chains turned around, so they got to make an adjustment here on the near sideline.
Working on the chain gang.
They had 1st and 10 at the 15. They're down to the 11, so this is going to be a third and a long 6. Bob? Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. No scoring here in the second half. The Raiders did get down to a 1st and goal. Unfortunately, it missed on a field goal attempt. But they're going to the Wildcat. It's going to be Jackson off right tackle. He's going to get into the end zone. He's going to take a big hit, but he gets in the end zone from 11 yards out. His second run on the night. Second touchdown run for Jackson. And Mosley jumps out in front, 29-0. That play took 8 seconds. And they're setting up for the 2-point conversion again. I don't know why they're going for 2. Maybe for practice. Maverick Wright was out there on the play. So they're going to set up for a standard field goal attempt, point after touchdown. Kick is blocked, but he gets it over, and it's through. 30-0, Mosley on top. 11-yard run by Jackson, his second touchdown run at tonight comes at the 11:52 mark here in the fourth quarter. And Maverick Wright's kick is good. Raiders still looking for their first points of the season. 11 scoreless quarters, which I believe is a record. Not a record that you want to attain. But let's get another good drive here going in the fourth quarter. See if we can put some points on the board here. Take baby steps. Brody Powers and Marquez White back deep for the Raiders, as Wright will be kicking into the wind. He's got a strong leg, as we saw that on his last kickoff, was 8 yards deep from the 35. Wright coming out of the west end zone. It's a high kick. It's going to be returnable. Marquez White underneath it at the 5-yard line. Still on his feet. Spinning off like a bottle cap. And he's going to get out.
That's pretty good hang time there.
They're going to mark the ball at the, looks like the 22-yard line. Or actually, yep, right at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Navarre. on an 18-yard kickoff return by Marquez White. Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their 23. Trailing 30-0 here early on in the fourth quarter. Marshall in the shotgun. Connor Hamlin to the near side. Jordan Garner in there as well here on the near side. Your H-back is Jacob Crowder. They're going to respot the ball to the middle of the field. 11:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. 30-0, Mosley on top. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 23. The handoff to Wilson. He cuts back, breaks into the secondary, still on his feet. And a Raider first down run out to the 39-yard line. Call it the 40-yard line, a 17-yard gain, and a Raider first down. Schultz on the tackle. I still find it funny that he's refusing to call the Raider numbers and the Raider names.
Yeah. I agree.
First and 10 Raiders from their 40. Fifth first down of the second half. It's going to be a handoff to Wilson. He's going to cut back over the 40. Big surge by the Big Bubba, still on his feet. He pushes his way out to the 49-yard line, close to another Raider first down. And is it going to be a 10-yard run by Wilson and a Raider first down?
Good surge by the offensive line.
The Big Bubbas. 95 yards on 19 carries for Wilson. 1st and 10 Navarre at the midfield stripe. 9 first downs on the night for the Raiders. Ball at the midfield stripe with 10:41 to go. Here in the fourth, trailing 30-0. Hamlin goes in motion. It's going to be and Marshall's going to lose the ball.
The referee threw his flag instead of his beanbag. That should be Mosley's ball.
Yeah, that's going to be a 17-yard loss on the sack, and the fumble turns the ball over to Mosley.
And I know what Roman was trying to do. He was trying to throw a pass.
And Mosley's going to take the ball over at the Raider 33. First and 10. Freitas coming back out here with a 30-0 lead. If Mosley was to score a touchdown on this play, that would ensue the running clock. But the Raiders defense is going to try and not let that happen.
Still throwing the ball.
10 of 23 on the night. 2 picks, 1 touchdown.
Easily could have been picked off.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 10:22 on the incomplete pass.
Nice pass.
Sap complete. And that's going to ensue the running clock. A 33-yard pass from Freitas to Sap. At the 10-12 mark. Right in for the extra point. And after this point is kicked, A running clock will ensue. Another block for the Raider special teams. Score will remain 36-0.
10 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your Mosley Dolphins lead the Navarre Raiders 36-0.
We are under a running clock now, Mr. Hamill.
That we are. Once they kick off, the clock will continue to run. Maverick, right?
It'd be cool if they had a player named Goose, huh?
Line drive kick. And Black's knee is down as he corrals the ball. That's where the Raiders will start at their 18-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock will continue to run. Let me catch up here on the scoreboard. We'll continue to run throughout the rest of the game, so I don't have to worry about the scoreboard for time anymore. Or is it will run right along with the game clock now. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 17. New back in the backfield, and that is one Mr. Keegan Gilbert. Nice run on 1st down for Gilbert on his first carry of the night. Back missed a game with an injury. He's going to gain, let's give him 8 yards on his first carry. 2nd and 2 Raiders, clock down to 9 minutes. They haven't seen this young man run yet. Transferred in from Texas.
Yep.
Played as a freshman out in Texas.
Good to see him healed up.
Timeout defense, their first of the second half. We're going to stop the clock at the 8:51 mark.
Sponsors, ESPN and social media sponsors, Beach House Sales and Development, Brock Pest Control, Bill Kramer GM, Kramer Marine and Outdoor.
Raiders will have the ball for 2nd and 2. Keegan only a sophomore.
Halftime, Buffalo leading the Dolphins of Miami, 24-10.
Ouch.
Red Sox and Yankees tied at 1 in the 5th inning.
Go Red Sox. Bob's a big Yankees fan, so I like to give him some guff. 2nd and 2 for the Raiders after the 8-yard first down run for Keegan Gilbert. His first carry of the night. Gilbert's going to go off right tackle, running hard. Still on his feet into the Mosley secondary, out to the 39. Give him, let's call it a gain of 14 for Gilbert and a Raider first down.
Hear from a friend of mine and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Skipper. I teach with Jeff at Emerald Coast Middle School. He says, my wife and I are watching the game at home. You guys are doing a great job. My wife commented that you guys keep it so positive. I'll finish in a second.
1st and 10.
Jeff said he coached Freitas, Massey, Chisholm, and a lot of others. I appreciate you guys giving praise to both teams for their effort. Great job. Thanks, Jeff.
No gain on the first down. No gain on the first down
Tonight.
carry for Gilbert. 2nd and 10. 7:50 on the clock. The receiver, Brandon Estrada, in there for the first time tonight. 2nd and 10 Raiders from their 44. It's going to be a quick hitter to Estrada, his first catch on the season. He's down out to about the midfield stripe. It's going to be a gain of 11 to Estrada and a first down reception for Brandon, his first on the season. The Raiders out to midfield with 7:10 on the clock, trailing 36-0. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They hand off to Gilbert. He's going to get inside, off left tackle, down to about the 45. Give him the 46, give him 4-yard carry. 2nd and 6 for Navarre. They're going to give him 5 yards on the carry. I'll give him 5 as well. 2nd and 5, Navarre. At the Dolphin 46. Like to see Wilson break one free right here. Still on his feet, running hard inside the 40, and a Raider first down to the 37, 38-yard line. 8-yard gain for Wilson, and with that carry, he goes over 100 yards on the night. 103 yards on 20 carries for Joshua Wilson. Timeout. I believe Navarre took that timeout.
I believe that was the mandatory water break.
There we go.
Because it's almost fall, and pretty soon you won't be given water. You'll be given hot chocolate break.
I like hot chocolate, especially with the marshmallows on top.
Little tiny marshmallows.
First down Raiders at the Mosley 37-yard line. 6:16 on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Where do you is Mosley and Niceville in the same district, Bill?
They are.
How do you compare it to?
By wins and losses.
Oh, man. You just gave it to me.
1st and 10 Raiders. They hand off to Gilbert. Off right tackle, still on his feet. Into the secondary, and another Raider first down. Move the chains down to the 26 on an 11-yard run by Keegan Gilbert. Their 12th first down of the night. Clock down to 5:52. First and 10 Raiders at the Mosley 26. The handoff to Gilbert, off right tackle. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a yard or two, depending on the mark. Give him 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Navarre. Actually, they're going to give him 3. That's generous, 3 yards.
Except one time scrambling, but I've not seen a design play for Roman.
Not at all. Well, when you got the young Mr. Gilbert in there now.
Well, that's true.
why take a chance with your quarterback running when you got the young sophomore stud running back for the Raiders? Marshall back to pass. He's going to roll out. There's going to be a flag down on the play. The flag at the line of scrimmage, maybe 3 yards deep. We might have a holding penalty here. As the clock continues to run, we'll let the officials.
I think the white hat threw his arm out. Not generally a call a white hat will make.
Mosley declines it.
I believe that was on Navarre's tight end.
They're going to lose 3 yards on the play by Marshall. So the play will stand. It's going to be the handoff to Gilbert. He cuts back inside the 25 down to the 24. Give him 3 yards on the carry. 44 yards on 7 carries for Gilbert. The Raiders with 124 yards rushing on the night.
It's like Navarre's going for it here, Bill. 4th and 8.
4th and 8 for the Raiders. Marshall back to pass. He's got a receiver downfield. And the Raiders score! Raiders score on 4th and 8 on the deflected pass. Brody Powers with the touchdown, and the Raiders are on the board.
Tip pass. I might have missed it.
A 23-yard tip pass into the hand of Brody Powers, and the Raiders are on the board. The first touchdown pass for Marshall this year. Well, first touchdown by the Raiders this year. That's got to get their heads on straight going into the Milton game next week, Bob.
Oh, I think so too.
So the streak stops at 11 quarters as the Raiders get on the board on a tip pass. And Brody Powers is Johnny on the spot at the 3:23 mark.
Number 6 limping off the field for Navarre, Bill. I don't have my roster in front of me. Who is number 6 for Navarre?
That would be Jordan Garner. Kick is up and good by Jack Byer. 7 points for the Raiders, 36-7. Raiders go for it on 4th and 8. A tip pass, and Brody Powers is Johnny on the spot. He takes it into the end zone for the Raiders' first score on the season.
Good concentration.
That was a board game, wasn't it? Concentration, wasn't that a board game?
I remember concentration.
Yeah. Marshall 6 of 11 on the night for 65 yards and a touchdown.
How much money you want to put down that it's going to be an onside kick?
Cade Fugate, they alternate between kicks. So if Jack takes a extra point, then Cade comes out and kicks off the next. So they alternate between Cade Fugate and Jack Byer.
I did not know that.
He will utilize both of his kickers. Not much space for that young man to go. The Raiders going to push him back. The flag has blown, so let the young man go. And now we'll start the running clock.
Now, according to Florida High School Activity Association, just because you get inside the mercy rule, 35 points or whatever, the clock still continues to run. Correct, Bill?
That's correct. Even though they have not started it. Touchdown is on the scoreboard. Remember, it's just me doing a lot of this stuff. In fact, if you came out and watched me some night, you'd be amazed.
Still throwing the ball.
That's our backup quarterback in there. That is J.P. Holsomebake. Gain of 5. And that goes to number 13, which is Jamarcus Halstead. 2nd and 5 Dolphins from their 38. Clock down to 2:20. Also making a roll out. He's just going to throw it away to the cheerleader on the sideline. Over on the track. Was the closest intended receiver was the cheerleader. The senior cheerleader over there, Bob.
Looked like one of Notre Dame's quarterbacks throws.
Yeah, it did. I can't even argue that anymore.
Well, this Florida State fan's got a lot to talk about, right?
0-2.
Who's calling the kettle black?
0-2.
0-2, you're right.
Ofer.
Could be 0-3.
He's going to throw it away again. Nobody really over there. That should be an intentional grounding. But
I'm stunned that they're still throwing the football. I'm stunned.
That'll bring 4th down for the Dolphins.
Clock down to 1:21.
They've not punted yet, have they?
They have not punted on the night.
Come on, Tommy Joe. You got the game in hand, and you're going for it on 4th down.
Giving his backups some little playing time here. We're in the last minute of the ball game, 36-7. Mosley over Navarre.
Here comes the blitz screen.
Almost intercepted by the Raiders.
The Raiders will take over. Now, how they beat the running clock is you call timeout.
I think Coach Bagley's just going to let the clock run. Yeah, he's going to let the clock run, take his headset off. That's going to be your final score, Bob. 36-7. The Raiders finally get on the board. A 23-yard pass from Roman Marshall to Brody Powers.
I don't know if Coach understands.
They're going to get one more play in.
The clock ran.
Keith Danner back in the backfield. He's going to get a carry. A nice gain for Danner inside the 25 down to about the 21-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 16 for Danner on his first carry of the season. So the Raiders fall to 0-3. Mosley improves to 4-0 on the season. Raiders will be at home next Friday night to host their Santa Rosa County foe, the Milton Panthers. And Mosley will be at home against Escambia next week. Should be a great game with Escambia coming over here. Your final score here, 36-7. We've seen a lot of positives for the Raiders, but we're going to, before we talk about them, we're going to take our last commercial break of the night. Your final score, Mosley 36, Navarre 7. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Navar Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. A buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
The Hustle isn't named after anyone. Not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The Hustle is real. The Hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com, and I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you. And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best.
Marty! You're dead weight!
Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus.
Let's go sports bar!
The Raiders have their first touchdown of the season. They have their season high in passing, their season high in rushing yards, season high in total yards with 205 yards on the night, and their season best 12 first downs on the season. A lot of good things happened tonight, Bob.
Yeah, you got to look at it, the glass half full. Navarre is in a rebuilding year. You lose 10 offensive, people say, oh, that's an excuse. You keep saying it's an excuse. When you lose 10 offensive linemen, I don't care if you're the YMCA flag football team, the Navarre Raiders, or the Chicago Bears, it's going to affect.
Well, that's a good point. Coach Bagley and I talked about that last night on the Buffalo Wild Wings coaches show. You saw the Bears didn't score an offensive point. They have 6 new starters on offense. It takes time to gel.
Yeah, most certainly. Coach Bagley, it's interesting what he's doing with the freshmen in JV. As you interviewed him a couple of Buffalo Wild Wings shows ago, they handle it in-house. Yes, they have volunteers who do help with the freshmen. But what they're doing, they want to see talent. He wants to see talent. Sometimes when you're not the head coach, your defensive coordinator, maybe you don't make it out to all of the freshman and JV games because of pressing family situations, you're a teacher and you've got papers to grade and lesson plans. And so one thing that Garrett has done is, hey, I want to start from I want to see firsthand who could help us. Maybe there's somebody out there right now on the freshman JV team that can help us. Jay Walls did that, didn't he, Bill?
He did.
He brought two fresh. Peyton Robinson was one of them, offensive lineman. So
yeah, now it's time for our players of the game. Our Ian Lockwood player of the game goes to Joshua Wilson. 20 carries on the night, 101 yards rushing. He is our Ian Lockwood player of the game. Our offensive player of the game, actually I'm going to go I'm going to go Roman Marshall and Connor Hamblin, 3 receptions. Actually, I'm just going to go Hamblin tonight. Hamlin, 3 receptions on the night for 30 yards. He led all Raiders in receiving yards and catches on the night. Our defensive player of the game, we call his name all night long, number 3, Vinny Villanova. And our special teams player of the game with 1 extra point. Actually, yes, Jack Byer is our special teams player of the game. Normally I would look at both teams, but with the press box not naming the Raiders players all night long. They had a roster. Normally I would pick team players for both teams, but tonight I'm going to say nana, nana, boo, boo.
and let's not take anything away. Mosley,
no. Great
not
team.
Bad of a team. Are they nice, feel good? I
that
don't
will
know.
remain to be seen.
Freitas looked very human tonight, and he's a great talent. He's a great talent.
You'll see him playing on the next level.
Oh, yeah, and their running backs. Let's not take it away. They've got a lot of talent on the other side.
Freitas ended the night 11 for 24, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he did have 2 picks. But he always got the third down carry and the first downs for the Mosley offense to keep their offense on the field.
Yeah, he ran left every time. So Navarre's going to use this as a learning tool. We're getting better. Next week is homecoming.
Milton coming to town.
Right, as is for
Escambia coming over here next week.
Yeah, that
Coach Bennett will have something up his sleeve.
They should take care of Escambia, but you never know. Milton, the alma mater of Garrett Bagley, head coach of Navarre. A lot of distractions next week with homecoming and dances and homecoming king and homecoming queen. He's going to have those players focused and ready to go.
Well,
and
I think we're going to need to cut it quick because I'm going to need somebody to unplug my plug before everybody leaves. So, like I said, your Ian Lockwood player of the game, Josh Wilson. Your offensive player of the game, Connor Hamblin. Your defensive player of the game, Vinny Villanova. And your special teams player of the game, Jack Byer for the Raiders. 36-7 is your final from Joe and Jeanette Chapman Field at Tommy Oliver Stadium here in Panama City. Seminole Bob, Irish Bill, we're calling it a night. Have a safe trip home, everybody. And we'll see you next Tuesday night at Culver's, Wednesday night at Buffalo Wild Wings, and homecoming next Friday night, a 7:30 kickoff up on the roof at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. For Seminole Bob, Irish Bill, have a great night, folks.
Good night, Navarre, and God bless.